Two particularly hyper-aggressive characters. It's going to be very interesting. And we do see them start off with their signature characters. We've got the Greninja Fox duo. And blue team, of course, is going to be Yoshi and Bayonetta. Unless Hyde decides to break out any of his secret strats. But, let's hope you and me both, friends at home, that's not what we're going to be seeing. We're going to see that Bayo Yoshi. Two of the most commonly played characters here on Long Island. I could never bother to explain any of the origin of anyone's tags here. If it's not their tag, the in-game thing is probably an anime reference. Probably. It looks innocent enough. It's definitely anime related. You already know. Alright, so the characters are locked in. Now it's a matter of finding the stage. With the characters that are selected, I could wager Battlefield being the first, if not Smashville. Just because the triplat format favors all of these characters so well. But, that is highly volatile territory to step into. We will see how the day brings us as we go. They're hovering over Final Destination. It's a bit of a dangerous choice considering how well that supports Red Team, but we'll see how it works. We got some head nods. Lucius finally reacting. And the choice is Battlefield. Everyone's favorite big old triplat base is happening. Eventually. Someone will press the A button, and there we go. All right, we're moving along into the winner's bracket with Hyde and Lucius versus Deadly Alliance Venia and Critical Reaction Dekillsage. And right off the bat, we got some bullets going. And hits are flying. Immediately, we have the 1v1 split between Dekillsage and Hyde, and Lucius and Venia. And Dekillsage being wise to keep an eye on Hyde. Does not want him to start opening up with any of his combos, because that could be the end of the stock for both of these characters. However, Lucius doing well to keep that Fox in the air. Opting to juggle Fox is going to be a fantastic way of locking down percentage on him. However, they have to be careful about Venia taking advantage of their hang time in the air. Hyde doing well to maintain his resources, gets himself back on stage, without taking that much damage, and now looking to keep Sage in the air. Just goes for that forward air just to lock down a little bit more percentage, and it works. First blood going in favor of blue team, and we've got some zany movement thanks to the Hydro Pump of Venia. Venia moving around. Misses the forward air, clanks with Hyde, sending Hyde right into Dekillsage's brand new view. And Dekillsage making the most of this opportunity, clearing the field, racking up some damage on Lucius, and sending Hyde flying. Venia with the pickup manages to get the kill onto Lucius. See Dekillsage trying to get the pickup off of that throw, but not quick enough. Venia trying to move in with that Shadow Sneak, but Bats saves the day. Blue team looking at the comeback now. We've got Hyde in the middle of a combo. Lucius picking things up. However, Venia flying in with that forward air. Looking to move those blades quick. This is going to be a fast and bloody match. Stage control heavily moving in favor of blue team as we've got a down air footstool. And Venia looking like he was going to go down to try and save him, but he just really didn't do anything with that hang time. Leaving Red team in an unfortunate 2-4 stock count deficit. And the 1v1 establishing itself very quickly once again. I'd almost got a combo started on Venia, but Dekillsage doing wise to intervene while he had the opportunity. And Venia looks like he's trying to use Shadow Sneak as an opportunity to break through these combos. It seems to be a pretty well-adjusted technique based on the timing in the middle of the Witch Twist. So we'll see how well Venia is able to put together some anti-Bayonetta tech, and the shield poke's getting through. Managing to take a stock off of Hyde, leaving us in the 3-2. However, Venia looking a little in the red right now. Sage trying to stay out of the action. I like that. He's looking for an ample opportunity to open up a can of whoop-ass, but is he going to be able to move it in on time? Unfortunately, dash attack stopping him, but we've been seeing plenty of that witch time. All this action forcing it to drop further and further down. We've got it again, and the combo has started, picked up both of them. Lucius making the most of the situation, and the 2v1 situation now presents itself in favor of blue team. This is looking rough for Dekillsage. Is he going to be able to pick it back up? No, he won't. Hyde clutches out the kills, and we've got blue team taking game 1. All right, blue team is looking to see how they respond to red team, reassessing the situation, bringing them to a bit of a smaller stage now. We've got Town and City as the pick. I particularly like this stage for red team just because they're going to be able to take more advantage of those platform placements and lower blast zones than blue team. Blue team really doesn't have an issue killing as long as they have somewhere to land and start their nonsense. But red team can use all the help they can get considering how rough things were looking in that game 1. Blue team establishing very firm stage control very early on and just moving that momentum heavily into their favor, even with some unfortunate plays out of red team. But it's too early to say if all of their momentum is fully lost. We've got red team trying to bring things back, keep the fight in the air. And Venia looking to just keep the juggle going. Bit of a misplacement on that up smash, but it does the job, manages to take the first blood on Hyde. But Hyde returning in turn with witch time and the up smash of its own. Lucius covering for his teammate, managing to take the stock off Dekillsage. Now Lucius sitting with 3 stocks. Everyone else on their second. Yoshi's a rather odd character to have selected for the stock tank and a doubles component, just because he's rather fast in the air, slow on the ground, and then he's particularly heavy. So, in theory, he can hold that stock well, but his tools don't really allow him to get into the mix easily, especially considering how teams is prevalent with characters who Yoshi doesn't like to fight. However, Lucius is managing rather well, and Hyde holding his own particularly well, but he's going to have to make it back on his last stock as Sage runs in with yet another up smash. Hyde looking like he's starting to get desperate, and Lucius trying to find a way around this Sage. Dekillsage just having woken up in this game too. And Venia himself figuring out ways to get around blue team's pressure, just constantly weaseling his way in and out. Very smart decision making from Venia, just opting for a forward throw so that he can maintain to help his ally on the field. However, we're going to have to see more of that awareness moving forward as now Dekillsage sits on his last stock. You've got a similar stock situation on both teams, but Venia sitting at the worst end of the percentages at 142 and counting, but he's looking to keep Lucius out of the action. And I think an up air may have been the kill in that situation. It's just a whole lot of upward hitting right now. The drills just don't stop coming. Percentage is building very quickly on both sides, however. Whoever establishes the 2v1 situation first is most likely going to be taking this game, just because all of these characters can be incredibly oppressive, and it's looking like it's going to be red team. Lucius got his work cut out for him to try and take things out here, but considering the percentages on board, it's possible. Yoshi with Rage has the tools necessary to get around Greninja and Fox, but considering players of these calibers, they're going to have to figure out a new game plan. Let's move into game 3. Red team picking themselves back up. It looks like blue team is currently sitting, trying to figure out what stage to bring red team to. At this point, they've figured out that any stage that helps them also helps the opposing team, so they either have to pick a neutral stage or bring themselves in a situation where they benefit, or think they can benefit heavier than the opposite team. And considering the characters on stage, I could see Lilat being a possible pick, if not banned. Otherwise, Final Destination possibly, though it's unusual to see a Bayonetta allow Final Destination to be that pick. Not that Hyde struggles on Final Destination, but as a whole, it's a stage that you don't want to see Bayonetta on. Instead, we'll be opting for Smashville, and I don't particularly agree with this just because I feel that Greninja performs particularly well against both of Blue Team's characters on this stage. Not to mention Fox is performing well as well, but we'll see how the doubles dynamic pulls us through. Percentages begin to build across the stage as we see Hyde try to get some sort of combo established, and I like that he went for the fair 3, try to bait out the Shadow Sneak. Hyde trying to figure out as he goes how to deal with this anti-Bayo technique that Venia has. Meanwhile, Lucius looking a little worse for wear, looking at the percentages that are building on top of him from Red Team's aggression, but we'll see where things go as Red Team takes firm control of the stage. Excellent patience from Dekillsage, making sure that he doesn't get baited out by the Witch Time. Venia moving quick on his hands, making sure that he keeps the pressure on the opposite side of the stage, manages to net a stock off of Lucius, and the up smash to punish hides improper movements. We have a firm advantage sitting with the Red Team. They're keeping the stage at hand, they're building percentage fantastically, they're moving with each other. It seems they've developed a strong sense of synergy. We'll see how Blue Team manages to take things back. Short out back airs aren't really doing much for Hyde. Not really catching Venia just because Greninja sits particularly low to the ground in all positions he's at. Running, crouching, standing. Deceptively hard to hit with finicky hitboxes such as those. But we do finally see a stock lost on Red Team, and it's Hyde who's taking the first stocks off of both Venia and Dekillsage. However, Lucius is sitting on his last stock. Hyde's going to have to do well to try and protect his teammate, or at the very least pressure Red Team to draw the focus away from him. And a swifty little combo coming from Hyde, trying to keep pressure on, but a single Hydro Pump burst manages to move Hyde away from the blast zone, and without resources to bring himself back, that is a lost stock. And things are looking dire for the homeboys here as Blue Team tries to keep the pressure on what little they've built, but Red Team looking fairly victorious now, but it's a bit too early to call it just yet. Especially with a nair like that and questionable DI managing to take things away from Venia, sitting him on his last stock. And last stocks all around, but percentages building high on Lucius. Hyde trying to keep the pressure on, but we have the charged up smash. Excellent DI from Hyde, keeping him alive. And mistiming the up smash from Venia, not able to get the follow-up on that rapid jab. And we have the carry-off. Is that going to be enough? It is not. Though, looks like Lucius trying to carry on the combo. But an up air from Dekillsage is going to leave Lucius in the 2v1 situation. Things are looking grim, but a power shield on that up smash, keeping Lucius in the ring a little bit longer, but he eats an up smash for his efforts. And Venia and Dekillsage will be moving on in the winner's bracket. Hyde and Lucius going to have to work a little bit harder to make themselves into